Hello there, my name is Nuclear Reaper and welcome to the Isle. Today I will be doing a guide to show new players or old players how to safely navigate down the waterfall to Delta, as well as how to get to East Lake from North Lake. Most often North Lake is teeming with other Deinos and not the safest place to grow one yourself. But getting out of North Lake can be tricky, especially at the waterfalls. East Lake is also a good place to grow, as it is difficult to sustain larger Deinos there, and Deino spawns are also less. I will try to speed up what I can and where I can, but I want to show the way as much as possible. So for the first step of the journey, we will make our way from North Lake down the river to the first waterfall. If you can, I would recommend trying to fill up on food and diet before setting out. But for the purpose of this video, I will not bother with it much to save some time. When traveling as a baby Deino, always try and stay under the surface of the water and try to keep to the bottom where you can easily hide amongst the grass and objects at the bottom. I normally use the little waterfalls as places to smell for food, but you should be able to find some fish along the way. Alright, the first waterfall. Be sure not to overextend like I almost did. Otherwise you will be forced to jump down and possibly fracture your legs. When you reach the waterfall, go as much to the right as you can and follow the rocks. You will see a little slope where you can slide down. And there you go. No damage taken whatsoever. Next up, the second waterfall, and probably the most dangerous one. I normally use this small stretch of river to recover my stamina by just swimming normal speed. After checking if the coast is clear, it is time to hop on to land. But I will not be taking the path through the gate. I will be taking a much less traveled route and much safer. I have not tried using this method with an adult Deino before. Usually prefer to do it as a baby, but should be able to do the same with an adult. Be sure to slow down on the narrow parts so you don't accidentally run off the cliff. Just follow along the edge of the cliff and you should be fine. When you reach the big log spanning across the river, you can look for a place to go down into the water. And there you have it, the second waterfall navigated without any dangers. Quick snack before we continue. For the next part of the journey, we will go down the left-hand side at the split when looking at the map. When playing as the Deino and coming down the river, it will be the right-hand side. Once there at the little piece of island, we will find a hidden path going down the waterfall. I only know of this path because I got tired of dying every time I go over the waterfall, and decided to play with a PT to scope out the waterfall for a safe path down. As you can see, I took a piece of meat as a snack for the journey down, but decided to rather eat it. I know a lot of people carry food around, but in my experience I would advise against it, as other players can smell the piece of food and track you down using smell. Now here I swam slowly and on the bottom again to regenerate my stamina, as the journey ahead would require us to go on land once more. I kept to the bottom and went down the right-hand side as mentioned before. Oops, looks like I overshot a bit. We will be going down this natural walkway to the next water source. At this little clear patch of dirt, you can get onto land and head for the middle of these two boulders. You can also see the dirt forms a little path of sorts. Now there are narrow parts at the waterfalls. I would suggest to rather walk slow on those parts. Once down into the water, you can either go around the right-hand side, following the water, or like me, go the left-hand side, which is much faster. We have just crossed this little island. Now we will swim across the pond to the other side. Now that we are on the other side of the pond, we will make our final journey on land to Delta. I would recommend walking as far down as possible, especially on bigger Deinos. But if you want to try and go down to the water sooner, it is possible. The safest way is as far down as possible. And there you have it. You are safe and sound in Delta. This journey only took me about 30 minutes to reach Delta from North Lake. For East Lake, the start of the journey is exactly the same until you reach the log crossing the river. There, instead of keeping right, you go left. After going left, swim until the furthest east point of the pond. Once you reach the most east point of the pond, it is a straight run directly east. Be vigilant, because it is close to a sanctuary. There are a lot of aloes and raptors around the area. Thank you for the snack. And there you have it, East Lake. Make sure to fill up your water and hunger before making the journey across land, as it can take some time. If this video helped you, please leave a like. Be sure to subscribe for more future gameplay as well as tips and tricks videos. And many thanks to my viewers. As always, rise, destroy, and reap.